Hi, Tabor City Home here, and this evening we are in the deer stand. It is November 1st, right around 5 o'clock in the evening, coming out to see who walks out. So maybe we'll get an opportunity today. Looking for a doe. Really just want to meet, but I don't know, we'll see. The gentleman who brought me to his farm to hunt tonight was very gracious in doing that, and I truly appreciate it. And I don't want to take anything away from the guy. I would love to have the deer meat in the freezer, but if he's got bucks running across his property, I really don't want to take those away from him. So I really am just hunting for meat, and a doe and a buck taste the same. So we'll see what we can get out of the night. So you see, what happened was fastest deer hunt I've ever been on in my life. So as you can see from what I was showing you in the video, there's a flag out in the field. Soon as I turned the camera off, which I was actually a little bit worried because the GoPro I had forgotten to set it so it didn't beep when you did stuff with it. So I just turned the camera off and it beep, beep, beep. And I was like, I'm a little worried about, being able to turn the camera on if a deer walks out. And I looked through the scope. I just put 2 shells into the rifle. I looked through the scope, and as soon as I sat back up and looked, here comes a deer walking out the right side of the field. I was strictly out there to hunt meat. I not really terribly worried about antlers. So I sit up, I look, there's a deer. The deer walks over to the corn pile. I look through the scope. That crosshair was perfectly right on the back of their front shoulder. They were broadside, pretty as you please, decent sized doe. So I just took it off safe and pulled the trigger. Fastest deer hunt I've ever been in. Matter of fact, the guy who I was hunting with, he had left. He had gone up about 500 yards to a stand that he was going to hunt in, and I shot the deer so fast, he was in the process of getting the rifle out of the vehicle when he heard the shot go off from me. And he actually came back in a hurry because he was afraid I shot myself loading the gun in the stand. So that's how fast that deer hunt went down. I told my wife that we would probably be out till about 7:30 in the evening. And when she pulled in the driveway from work, I was already skinning the deer. So she she was like, "What'd you do? Hit the thing in the driveway? Pulling off the property?" No. So fastest deer hunt I ever had. Sorry, I don't have a video of me shooting the deer for you, but man, that, I would like to say it was 5 minutes. It was maybe 10 total there, but it was fast. It was really fast. I've never shot a deer that fast in my life. So anyways, so I don't have the footage of actually shooting a deer to show you, but I will tell you one of the things I did with this deer that I've never tried before that ended up awesome. Totally awesome. A fella up in Ohio gave me this recipe, and it was take unpasteurized apple cider, soak your back straps in it, and then add in just a teeny bit of nutmeg and a little bit of cinnamon. Soak it overnight, cook it the next day. I actually braised it in a cast iron pot and then put it in an oven, 325 for about 45 minutes. Came out absolutely phenomenal. No gamey taste, and you have to remember, I mean, this is not meat that was cured out in like ice or vinegar, anything for days. I took this deer, I shot it. I actually cut the back straps up that evening, put them in the apple cider, and ate them the next day, and there was no gaminess to it. So a little bit of unpasteurized apple cider. I imagine you could use pasteurized. I'm not sure, but for some reason he said specifically unpasteurized. So a little bit of unpasteurized apple cider, teeny bit. I would say like a quarter to a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, quarter to a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the refrigerator overnight, cook them the next day, braise them up really good, put them in the oven 325, 45 minutes. Came out awesome. No gamey taste. Little hint of that apple kind of cinnamon thing going on when you're eating it. I actually, in the pot, when I put it in the oven, I chopped up some onions and put it in there with it, and I chopped up some sweet potatoes and put it in there with it. And that whole thing just was phenomenal. I took it to the fire station. We ate it for supper. Great. Awesome. So, anyways, fastest deer hunt I've ever been on. Man, you know, it's been a couple years since I was hunting, really. I shot two of the biggest deer I thought I'd ever shoot in my life, and I kind of called it quits at that point because I was like, I don't really know that without paying big money or spending your life, you know, rucking up and down mountains, you're going to shoot deer bigger than the ones I shot. So I just said, you know, I'm going to quit while I'm on top. But it was fun. It was fun to get back out in the stand. It was fun to kind of sit there. I was really kind of looking forward to the whole, you know, peaceful fall afternoon, no phone, no traffic, just kind of chilling out and watching the birds and listening to the squirrels try to act like they're deer and, you know, every other thing that comes with deer hunting. But there wasn't time for none of that mess. So, anyways, from my Tabor City home to you, get out there and go deer hunting. You never know how long it's going to take you, and hey, try that apple cider recipe. It was genuinely good. I've had some recipes in the past I didn't think were great, but that one, thumbs up. So, anyways, you guys have a great day. God bless.